Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever the time may be. Welcome back to the Third Age Competitive League. I am your host, as always, the Dark 2, and this is the pre-game show for the Invitational. Which one? The Festival of Birds Invitational. That's right, we're about to dive in and meet the players. It's my favourite time of each quarter, because I get to see all your lovely faces, and then take the piss of you all a bit, so that's fun. Let's dive right on in, and first let's remind ourselves what they're all playing for. By taking a look at last year's great captains, you can see us all here, myself in the lineup, along with Robin, the eventual champion of the light for 2022, Bob, Critter, and Chris there. Not only do you get the title of Great Captain, you get an epic jersey to go with it with a name of your choice on the back. I myself have the Dark 2. There's a couple that are Bashir and It around. We've got Critter and Bob. It's all good. Whatever you want, you get that on your jersey. We'll have a new design this year. I haven't designed it yet, but I'll get to it. And the other thing that you get with a Great Captain title from winning an Invitational is to design your own card, and the latest one of these that has been made into the game was from Robin the last quarter, and he designed Dream Shard, which has a great little effect that doesn't appear really anywhere else, but super interesting mind game. This one fits perfectly for the theme of Dream Shard, and I can't wait to see what cards whoever wins today is going to make. It's going to be interesting. And just one last other thing before we meet the players. There are some new cards joining us from Season 2. That's right, Season 2 of the show has brought new friends and new enemies. 10 and 4 to be precise. You can catch those anywhere in-game from now. Well, from a couple days before now. Because now, when this is airing, is a couple days after they released. That's right, I can do words. I'm definitely not tired. Moving on. It's time to meet the players for the Festival of Birds. Coming in at the 5th seed, Wolf Brother from Columbus, Ohio. I believe in his 3rd Invitational this year, if I'm not incorrect. Age 33, and I asked him and the other players, of course, a bunch of questions. First off, what character in desperate need of a spanking? I understand the Adelaide's comment, that makes sense. I think she wouldn't mind that either. And yeah, we'll see another mention of her later on. Apparently his greatest strength as a player is his weakness, which is having no weaknesses. Yeah, I'm not really sure how that one works out. Seems a bit paradoxical, but at least he's nice enough to admit that all of his opponents deserve to be great captains, at the same time throwing shade at the current great captains with a who? That's Wolf Brother at the 5th seed. In at number 4, we have Kayla from Texas, also 33 years of age, and believe this is her first Invitational, so congratulations for making it in here. Hopefully we see you make some moves today, in terms of moves that should be made, and spankings that should be made. Apparently everyone needs it, according to Kayla. I mean, I'm not, yeah, it's pretty honest, isn't it? It's pretty just, at least she said it, none of us had the guts to, you know. Her greatest strength as a player is chaos, but her biggest weakness is being the target of her own chaos. I can vouch for this. I've definitely seen it. She's absolutely terrified of everyone, obviously, and gonna resize all the pieces of the table and no one will ever prove it. I knew it was her. I knew it was her. In 3rd place this quarter, we have Anth from Mississauga, Canada, age 26. He believes that Matrim Cawthon needs a spanking, and apparently also thinks that that's the natural response. You're on your own there, bro. Not sure what that one's about, but, you know, whatever you want to do behind closed doors, it's your business. His greatest strength as a player is not being afraid to not have enough strength before fighting, and he, with that in mind, does sometimes stumble a bit too quickly, a bit too Onogia-like into fuckery from the deck or from his opponents. He is afraid of Kayla's ingenuity specifically, because it can spook you, and I can attest to that too. When something weird happens and you're like, wait, what? It takes you like 5 minutes just to recover from what happened because it was so insane that you missed the next 3 things that have happened. So, yeah, no, he's right there on that one. Definitely something to watch for. And a second time, however, this time with an extra question mark. Who? Robin and Bob? You getting some shade thrown on your names here? I think you need to step up and, you know, just cut some of these new young bulls in the bud, or something. Yeah. Number 2. Skeeter back for his 3rd Invitational this year, I believe, as well. In 2nd place from Riverton, Wyoming. He is 41 years old, and he agrees with Wolf Brother that the thirsty Adelaus from the TV show definitely is in need of a spanking. Not that he's volunteering. Thinks that's online. Don't know how Naive would feel about that. His greatest strength as a player is adapting to his opponents, and his biggest weakness is struggling to let go of a clever plan when the circumstances change, which sounds like his greatest weakness is the same as his greatest strength, because struggling to let go of a plan doesn't sound like adapting to. I'm confused. There's a lot of paradoxes today, including this one. The biggest threat at the table is apparently me. Well, man after my own heart. For the great captains already qualified this year, his only message is that he'll see them there. We'll see how many invitationals it takes him to do it. And last but of course not least, in the top spot we have Mahalanir from Kalamazoo, Michigan. I think, yeah, we'll go with that. 44 years old, he believes that Lord Torkman from Maradon is in need of a spanking because that guy is a loser. I asked who that was for anyone who forgot, not that I did. And he's the guy who, like, let Dark Friends in or something near the end in a big fight, and he was a Dark Friend or something. Betrayed Rodell, yada yada. Yeah, he's a loser. His greatest strength as a player is a very intimidating username. It is intimidating to, like, people I know. When I, like, mention your name, they're like, what? And then I just go, yeah, don't worry about it, and carry on. Forgetting that his opponent has Days Congar, though. Big weakness, apparently, of Mahalanir. So, other players at the table today, make sure you pick up that Days, and then just taunt him endlessly into stealing one of your followers. Maybe that's your way to unseat him from the first place that he managed to storm through and take in this quarter. After the tight game on Saturday, he thinks Anth is probably his biggest threat. And finally, to the other participants, he wants them to know it's hammer time. And that is gonna be it for the pre-game show. We're heading into the stream in just a minute or two. It is a different video on YouTube, so make sure you jump over there from the premiere in the live chat. I'll put a link in there probably around the time. And yeah, we'll be kicking off any minute now. So I will hand it over from past me to future present at that time me for the main show. Enjoy.